Picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. Week 7 is underway in EA Sports College Football. We are ready for a terrific game. It's the FIU Panthers and the BYU Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I did catch up with Coach Satake before the game. He told me that his quarterback deserves all of the Heisman attention that he is receiving. We have seen what he's been able to do through the air. He is top 5 right now in the country in passing touchdowns, and he continues to improve in his ball security. I believe he belongs in that conversation for Heisman Trophy, but we'll keep you posted. This could change through the course of the season, but right now, he is on track to hear his name called in New York. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. He'll bring it out. It's Bachmeier. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So BYU's offense will go on the attack first. And here comes L.J. Martin. It is on him. He's their best player to make this offense go.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level. They can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra gear that's different, that scares you. You can tell people are trying to play so fast to try to catch up. So, #1 job for this defense, man. Try to make him play in the phone booth, right? Like, don't let him get out in space and get matchups like on a linebacker. Not a good matchup from you. You will lose that.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
So already they've hit a speed bump on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 8. Pressure coming. A strike downfield. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is a huge play as this offense rolling. The Cougars have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeier. Oh, he wants it all. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Unloads to the right. Makes the catch. It's Phillips. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Punts it out of the air. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And the Cougars go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They keep nudging it closer, but now it's 3rd and goal from the 1. Pushes ahead. And he's in. Touchdown, BYU!
Man, it's nice to start a first drive of the football game being the more physical team. 3rd down and short, you know, goal-to-go situation here. You're going to run the football. Not only do they run it, they lower their pads, get the 1st down, and draw first blood in the football game.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So a drive there of 85 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll start the return inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Panthers offense coming onto the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. Makes it past the marker. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick them up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Firing to the right, complete. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. And the Panthers have this offense rolling. Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll run it again. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. On 4th down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. They'll run for it. And some great 4th down defense against the run. Just going to keep it after the snap. Short gain on the play before he slides.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Pulls it in. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They send the tight end in motion. The run inside. It's Martin. Maybe a crease. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Picked off to stop the threat. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that up.
He goes out of bounds right at midfield. That last connection just a hair short of the 1st down, but it opens an array of opportunities on 2nd and short. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a 1st down for FIU.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Makes the grab. Breaks into the open. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. Past the end of the quarter, and BYU is on top as we get a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. The play action fake. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. And this one splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on fourth down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play. Well, BYU is a team that made it to the Big 12 title game a year ago. A big part of it was L.J. Martin and their ability running the football, but also what he was able to do catching it as well. Bachmeier back at quarterback, so this offense really expects to take the next step. But L.J. Martin, David, probably one of the better running backs in the country that maybe a lot of college football fans outside of the Big 12 don't really know about.
Yeah, I mean, he could catch it, he could make you miss, he could run you over. The injuries slowed him down a little bit a year ago. But another year of experience with Bear in the backfield, and that is a big Bear. That is a large Bear that can also run the football. Could be a great 1-2 punch that makes you pack a lunch and tackle some grown men for 60 minutes.
Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
The give on the option. Still on his feet at the 40. There's a crease. Past the 20. Touchdown, Cougar! Great job by the back on the option.
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he capped it off with some swag and some speed with a 73-yarder for the score. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Looking to the big tight end. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last.
Caught, and he's got room.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. FIU will line up to punt. They'll look to pin him deep. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. Neutral zone infraction. Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Gets it to the back. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. The Cougars have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Delayed handoff. It's Martin. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. BYU with the 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Martin. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Fires on the run. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, Cougar. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. That touchdown gives this team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly.
Guys, here on the FIU sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
The defender got a little desperate there. Grabbed, held, and the offense will take the penalty. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Off play action on 1st down. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
That's reeled in. It's Anderson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Fires to the big fella. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Throws to the back. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
They're setting up the screen. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
Every drive is obviously important, but now that you've dug yourself a hole, this offense, they need to score here. Like, before the half, they need to move this ball down the field. Nice job in the passing game.
Intercepted to stop the threat. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Running inside. It's Martin. There he goes.
Hell that.
Made a defender miss. The 40. The 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, BYU. Give him 3 touchdowns in this game and now up to 8 on the season.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. We begin with Arizona State taking on the number 5 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Before we kick off the second half, Holly Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with the Panthers head coach. They have got to start dominating at the line of scrimmage. Here to start the third quarter, they have not been able to establish their run game. Being a one-dimensional team will not work on the road with this hostile crowd and this hostile environment. He said, we have got to start asserting ourselves up front and show that we can be the more physical team. I'll keep you posted on if they're able to do that here to start the third. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, he did a good job getting to the middle of the field. That's where the offense wanted to attack on that play. He's just got to do a better job looking that football in.
Wants to throw again. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And the Cougars trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. And he's dragged down.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Steps out of bounds across the 25. They'll mark it at the 26, and a good pickup for this offense here. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. To the air. It's Bachmeier. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Martin. Spins away from one. Could be an alley. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. BYU has this offense clicking. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lyons. And he's down after the short completion. He did not make it to the 1st down marker. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. Looking to fire. Here's a heat. Finds the tight end. Turning it on. They get him down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 yards on the pickup and a 1st down. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll try the right side. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
Trying to impose their will with the run. Hard running there. Picks up the 1st down. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Cougars!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. From the gun, running back on the move. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. A 1st down for the offense. They'll ride the hot hand. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. From the shotgun now here. It's a fumble on the play. He picks it up, still on his feet. They bring him down, but not only does he recover the fumble, he gets the 1st down. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its 1st touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. A shot toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The kick is on its way. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And you just get the feeling this defense is going to have to make more negative plays like that. You're down multiple possessions tonight. You need to come away with sacks to see if you can scrape and claw and get back in this game.
Gives it on the option. Makes one man miss. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Takes a hit as he fires. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. He gets his first one of the day out of there, and they used him 3 times in that loss last week. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Ford International comes out to start this drive. Rushes on him and just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he'll be brought down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. Just watching the clock run out on this one, and we can turn our attention to what's in store for next week here in the midpoint of the season. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. When the defense got the stop, they could have used a few more of those earlier. Still a big deficit here late. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. He lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. FIU will line up to punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right back to the well. Plows through the defense. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Got enough for the first. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Personal foul.
So the officials spy that face mask penalty, and the offense gets a first down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Anderson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. The Panthers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Gets it out quickly. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Handoff to the single back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stopped short of the goal line. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. This defense has been lights out, stubborn on the doorstep. Can the offense finally find the end zone? They got him on the ground. Great tackling by this D to stop him short of the first down marker. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Takes a snap, wants to throw. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, it's been that kind of day for the offense, and this quarterback specifically. They've had their chances, and they've had opportunities throughout the course of the game to get some pitches and catches and make some explosive plays. Just not able, though, to hook up. And you saw it on that fourth down play right there. They're trailing by a lot of points because those are the throws you've got to make if you're going to win games like this, and they just have not been able to get it done.
Not a lot of drama in this one as they just get punched in the face and lose by double figures.
Not a lot of drama, but there is a lot to fix on offense, on defense, on special teams. This team, David, they've got a lot to figure out.
Yeah, but you know what, Jesse? The coaches are going to be in a great mood. The bus rides, the plane rides, those will all be real fun. Practice this week, it's going to be a blast.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Paul.